words.
Mrs Isis Jaraud-Darnault, the Director, Minister of Higher Education, Research and Innovation in Government of France, representatives of the University of Lyon, representatives of Campus France and Lyon Business School, distinguished delegates from both France and India, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, let me extend my warm appreciation to the Ministry of Higher Education, Research and Innovation of Government of France, the University of Lyon, and Campus France, Lyon Business School for a very well-organized Knowledge Summit. I am happy to note that this edition of Knowledge Summit has contributed to the identification of processes for the necessary partnerships and funding for bilateral projects. The Knowledge Summit, too, has helped in covering the needs shared by India and France to address common global issues, particularly in the fields of aeronautics and space, energy and renewable energy, agriculture and food processing, artificial intelligence and mathematics, marine sciences, smart cities, electric mobility, urban planning, architecture, strengthening employability and entrepreneurship, and valorization of natural resources from plants. I would like to place on record our deep appreciation of the Government of India to all the distinguished delegates from both France and India for their valuable suggestions for addressing the joint challenges in higher education, research and innovation, and for the suggestions relating to the new models of Franco-Indian partnerships and financial mobilization. I take this opportunity to thank all the participating institutions and participating companies from both India and France, and the French Institute in India for their continued commitment to deepen the cooperation and collaboration between our two countries. I also take this opportunity to reiterate the commitment of the Government of India to support efforts aimed at implementing the decisions taken at this edition of Knowledge Summit and further strengthening cooperation for effective implementation of the bilateral projects in our respective countries. Thank you.
I now request Mrs Isis Jaraud-Darnault from the Ministry of Europe and Foreign Affairs to present her concluding remarks.
Good afternoon. Dear Mr Arulanandu, Mesdames et Messieurs les représentants d'établissements d'enseignement supérieur, universités, écoles d'ingénieurs, dear professors, dear entrepreneurs, dear companies, Mr de Hartingh, Mrs Marshall-Grow, Mesdames et Messieurs, dear colleagues, it is my great pleasure to meet you all here as part of the second edition of the Knowledge Summit dedicated to higher education and scientific cooperation between France and India. I am very grateful for having the opportunity to say a few words at the end of those very intense and rich days. First, let me thank, of course, Université de Lyon and Lyon for their help. As you know, launched in March 2018, the Knowledge Summit has been conceived with the idea to deepen the existing projects between our two countries, draw new areas of cooperation, and gather a large community of French and Indian partners from different domains, but who share common interests regarding scientific topics and who aim at facing some global challenges together. This event is really, I believe, a new milestone in the French-Indian partnership. Your valuable participation in the second edition of the Knowledge Summit and the conclusion we just heard from the scientific session is really showing the tremendous potential for our future cooperation. So indeed, this summit has given us a great opportunity to deepen our partnership. It has given us the opportunity to make more operational the priority thematic areas of research, such as aerospace, renewable energy, green chemistry, smart cities, agriculture, agreed by the French-Indian Joint Committee for Science and Technology. But this summit also introduces two cutting-edge domains to the scope of our bilateral cooperation: artificial intelligence, big data, and marine sciences. The cooperation in these new domains will be reinforced in the coming years. Our President, Mr. Emmanuel Macron, and the Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi, adopted a cybersecurity and digital technology roadmap. They also agreed to explore the potential for collaboration in marine science research for a better understanding of oceans, including the Indian Ocean. So we really much welcome the signature of numerous agreements during those 2 days. After the summit, how to keep the momentum going forward? Now, I would like to underline several tools that notably ease the development of our partnership. First, we have CEFIPRA, which is Center for Promotion of Advanced Research Center. Since this institution is celebrating a 30 years anniversary this year, I really would like to have my congratulations to this institution, because this institution is giving a unique environment to researchers who want to develop joint scientific projects, both in fundamental and applied field, big companies, startups, and other relevant stakeholders. So I would like to encourage you all to support the industrial research projects conducted under CEFIPRA and be part of this fruitful, innovative ecosystem. CEFIPRA also plays a key role in the promotion of the youth and student mobility, which is one of the main priorities of the cooperation between France and India. For instance, CEFIPRA provides different scholarship programs for both master and PhD students. Second, as you may know, our students now can benefit from the agreement on the mutual recognition of qualifications, which will foster exchanges and facilitate their employability in India and France, but also will give them more careers opportunity. Also, I would like to shed a light on the Memorandum of Understanding, which has been adopted in August to enhance cooperation on skills development and vocational training. French expertise is well established, and India needs are wide in this field, creating a large range of opportunities for the diversification of our cooperation. To keep the momentum, we also have a new French strategy regarding foreign students. You may have heard of Welcome to France, Bienvenue en France strategy, which aimed to welcome more students, but also in a better environment. So this strategy is dedicated for foreign students and in particular for Indian students. Our embassy in India organizes the Choose France tours all over India to facilitate interaction between students, scientists, academics, companies, and help them to make their dream of studying in France come true. So I encourage you to join these programs. France hopes to welcome 20,000 students, Indian students, by 2025. And to face this goal, we are enhancing our English curriculum. Finally, I would like to say a few words about our Ministry of Europe and Foreign Affairs, which is really working hard with all stakeholders of our ministries to help our different partnerships to thrive. You can count on us. So I would like to thank you all for attending the Knowledge Summit in Lyon sharing our knowledges, confronting your views, and preparing your future. Thank you.
It is my honor, of course, to give the most concluding remarks. So first thing, thank you very much for the recommendations. Some of them are very concrete, some of them are still slightly theoretical, but I'm pretty sure that we'll manage, we'll prevail, as someone said before. Specifically, as Isis was saying, use the tools which are already there, which is the Choose France Tour. The next one is February 2020, from the 12th to the 22nd. The next after will be October 2020, and of course there will be, because you all want it, a third knowledge summit that I, being the father of the first, would like to suggest that it could be organized March 2021 at Pune University, which is good because they will get also the support of all of you, and I know that you will put a very friendly pressure on them for it to be even more successful than this one. Remember that the Knowledge Summit is not only a very important meeting, it has a very important political value in the friendship and the partnership between India and France. It is mentioned on the 9th paragraph out of 43 of the joint statement adopted by our two leaders in August, last August, it was August the 22nd. And the report and the recommendation, we will send them directly to the President's office in France, to the Prime Minister's office in France, to, of course, Mrs. Vidal's office that was here yesterday, and of course, with all the colleagues from the Ministry of Europe and External Affairs. On the Indian side, we will also, of course, with the help of some of you, discuss with MHRD, DOST, and probably PMO officers as well. Furthermore, that our new ambassador to India is actually getting his meetings with both ministers. So it's a very good moment to push all these issues on the political side as well. As you know, the relationship has never been better. It's love at first sight. Maybe it was due time. So let's feed the love. I do think that artificial intelligence, which is, yes, a topic by itself, should also become a part of all your moments. As we have seen, as you showed us, it's a part of each and every themes and fields that we are looking after. So maybe the next knowledge summit, or maybe all these moments between now and the next knowledge summit, put some artificial intelligence in the middle of your themes. And same, I think, for employability. I don't think that we could separate employability as a pure topic aside, as it was very well mentioned. I think employability in sustainability, in architecture, in aeronautics, and so forth, you've already understood me. I think we should have that. And to finish, I would like, of course, to thank everybody. So first of all, thanking Campus France Lyon, UDL Lyon, which gave us these fantastic premises, EM Lyon, which was a very strong partner right from the beginning when we thought about organizing the second knowledge summit in France, in Lyon. I have, of course, a specific thank to give to my team, so please applaud all of them. And specifically to one person who have been pushing, running, fighting, shouting, crying for several months now, which is Professor Adèle Martial-Gros. Because if I'm the father of the knowledge summit, she's definitively the mother. And of course, thank you very much to the Indian Embassy in France. Ignaci, thank you very much. Thank you also for the ambassador who came yesterday. Thank you for the support that our ministry is extending to the partnership between India and France, which was not something that obvious 5 years ago. And more than everything, thank you to all of you for, yes, Ocean is full of energy. Yes, we are full of energy. But more than energy, I think you're giving us hope, and the world needs hope. Dhanyavad. Merci.